Let me guess, you are an agility handler. It's the start of a new year, 2026, and you're all excited about get going. The gyms are packed as if it was Black Friday, and every newspaper is showing off the latest and greatest nutrition hack that will get you the results that you truly want. And you're thinking, this is my year. This will be the year where I will implement massive amount of change. Spoiler alert, no, you won't. Not if you are going to use the same strategy you always tried to use in order to implement change. Now, the problem isn't New Year's resolutions. Setting goals is great. Creating change is great. The problem lies is that most people are using the same strategy year after year, and they're getting the same outcome year after year, which is they're getting nowhere. And they don't even realize it. Unconsciously, they are using a strategy which I called too much, too fast. And here's the truth. The results that you get come from a consistent application of the habits you have. Not motivation, not willpower, but habits. And if you don't have the results that you want, it's not because you're lazy. It's because of two things. Number one, you don't have the habits you need yet. And number two, you're still running habits that no longer serves you. So let me give you the best analogy that I know of when it comes to changing habits. Starting and building a habit is like starting and building a bonfire. You don't create a bonfire by taking the biggest log that you can find and lighting a match and trying to create a fire from it. Yes, you have a flame. Yes, you have a material that can burn, but it's simply too much. As I said, too much, too fast. Yet, that's exactly what most people try to do. It's 1st of January. I'm gonna hit the gym 5 times a week. I'm going to walk 10,000 steps minimum each and every single day. I'm going to take cold showers. I'm going to journal every day, and it's gonna be great. It's a perfect plan for me to get the results that I want. What happens once the motivation runs out? Well, the fire dies and people quit. This usually happens around the end of January, start of February. Does that sound familiar? In reality, starting a bonfire looks very different. You start with a match, but then you use tinder. Once that has created momentum, you use a bit of kindling. Gradually, you're building up the flame, and eventually you will have a stable fire, and then you can start to apply some smaller logs. And once that has gained momentum, you can start to apply the larger ones. So the secret here is to create momentum first, then intensity later. If you add things too much, too fast, you will simply kill the fire. And this is the strategy I want you to implement for 2026. You start off small, and then you gradually increase the challenges. If you start small, and smaller than you think, then you will give yourself a chance to build that momentum you need. Once the momentum is there, you can then start to add the bigger logs. So what can you do different this year? Let's look at the framework that you can start applying already today. Number one, start small, and even smaller than you think. Try to find what is the tinder, the smallest pieces of material that you could do to build the first fire. Do that for the first 2 weeks, and then you can start to increase that challenges. Give yourself a 2-week challenge where you do small actions on a consistent basis. Once you've accomplished that, you can increase the challenge. Second, start where you are. You don't need fancy equipment. Learn to use what you already have. And if you want to buy new equipment, use that as rewards for consistency. So once you've done consistent action with the equipment you already have, then you can reward yourself with a new type of equipment. Don't buy it before, buy it after. Reward consistency. Third, once a habit feels automatic, then you can increase the challenge. And fourth, track your progress. And there's something powerful by seeing that you, on a day-to-day basis, are getting closer and closer to the goals that you set. And finally, focus on 1 and maximum 2 habits a month. Not 10, not everything, not perfect, but 1 or 2. Here's an example of a habit tracker that we have in our kitchen that is actually very visible. It's large, and it shows that we're constantly doing momentum. You can get a hold of the template of this habit tracker by clicking the link below, and then you'll have the options to actually download this PDF, and you could go to a local print shop or print it yourself and then put it somewhere you can see it on a daily basis. So maybe you're right. This year might be different. It's not different motivation, but it's a different strategy. So focus on creating momentum, not intensity, and let that do the work for you.